Okay, enough theory. Let's see some code. You familiar with this code? This one is PHP code. Do you familiar? Okay. Do you already see this kind of code? Maybe the connection is different because this one we use PDO. Usually in university student they use MySQL _ connect. Why we use PDO?
Database independent.
Database. MySQL connect also database.
No, database independent.
Independent.
You can change database.
That one is correct. Why we not using MySQL _ connect here?
Security problem.
Yeah.
Has updated to MySQL.
Actually, MySQL _ connect is deprecate. Mean it will throw away from PHP. In version, I think version 7, it will throw away. So if you have code using that function, MySQL _ connect, you cannot use it in PHP, latest PHP, as I will say that. So, you familiar with this or you more familiar with this? You familiar with this or more familiar with this?
More familiar.
Okay, this one, the indentation, everything is look nice. The order look nice. But still, if you see the rest of code, that one considered as a beginner of spaghetti. Beginning of the spaghetti. So before it end up like this. Okay, this one actually real application. I took out from one of our G company, G company. It serves a lot of people using this code, which is good. But for the maintenance wise, it's really bad. Don't do code like this. At least you do some indentation. Indentation means you have some tab over here. Make it more readable. You can see over here, we have what is this? Pen. Okay, we take this. This one is table, right? TR. And then got TD. And then div. TD. This one is not the issue, but the indentation is the issue. TR is supposed to be somewhere here. And then we can see the child of TR. Okay. Okay, back to that really a bit nice code. So what we have here, actually DB connection, and we have SQL query in our single page. And then we have SQL query here, and we have HTML code here. So why? What happened here actually? Okay, we split into layer. Okay, first we have presentation layer, and then second one is business logic. Business logic is anything related with your application, the logic. For example, in this case, we select user. Okay, this one we name it as index.php, for example. And then you have another page, user.php. Do you think you will repeat the same code here in that page? It depends. It depends on the situation. If you want to list all, okay, this one is to list all users, right, in that page, server. So you need to create same code, right? Okay, this one is for training purposes. It means to be like this, but the indentation is really nice compared to the black code, that one. Okay, we can look into this. Most of us, sometimes we put this connection, DB info on top of our PHP file. So let's say we have index.php, we have new users.php, we also repeat this same code on top. And some experienced user, they will use include. So they separate this into different files. So we just call include, and then this one, host and DB name, everything, that info we just modify in one file. And this is our database connection, and this is our function, our business logic. This one we want to add new user, this one we want to edit users, and this one we want to delete users. Mean CRUD. Do you know CRUD? CRUD, create, read, update, delete. This one is basic function for database. Okay, this one you include this one also, business logic, and then you display all the users inside in your database. Okay, what is MVC? Actually, MVC invented in 1979. It's old already, right? By Smalltalk programmer. This happened when the digital immigrant born, and they are facing spaghetti code. That's why they invented this. Okay, why is so popular now? Because of Ruby on Rails. Actually, Ruby on Rails, they implement MVC in their framework in years 2005 and adapted by PHP community. So we should thanks to Ruby on Rails to bring us back the MVC. Yeah? Okay, why MVC? First, to organize and structure our code, and we separate our code and loose coupling. What is loose coupling?
Is this for data type?
No, this one is for code. Loose coupling in code means, for example, you have one class, name it as URL, and then you have another class, name it as authentication. So without authentication, this class can work. That one is loose coupling. It is modular. So each class not depending to other class. This is what MVC did. So in our case, let's say we modify one code, it won't affect to another code. And easy code maintenance and reusable code, DRY. Don't repeat yourself. Okay, MVC, model, view, and controller. What model does? Yeah.
PHP specific?
No, this one is still concept. MVC concept is same for all language.
But I heard sometimes they merge together between model and controller in some languages.
Yeah.
Merge, right?
The one they call it a view model. Okay, for model is to represent our knowledge, manage data, logic, rules of our application, or we can call it business logic. So we put our business logic inside model. And then V is for view, the output what user see. Let's say you open website, type Kreydle.com or Google.com, you see something, that one is view. And there is one more is controller. Controller is the middleman. Let's say you type something in URL, before it view, return view, that process is taken by controller. Okay, let's say user request, type something in URL, docs.google.com, you go to controller. Controller, actually there is one more layer, like what you said. Let's say this controller check whether this page require data or business logic, and then you go to model. If not, you just right away to view. Okay, from controller will ask model for the data, and then from model return that data to view, and then from view user can see the page. This is what MVC flow. Okay, can we proceed? Information overload. Want to take 5? No? Proceed. Okay, PHP MVC framework, there's a lot. We have Coordinator, Laravel, Symfony, Cake, Fuel, G, and more. Okay, anyone already used Coordinator? No? Laravel, Symfony, Cake PHP, Fuel PHP, Yi, Zen framework. Too complicated. Zen is more to loose coupling. You can do whatever you want. It's more like a symphony nowadays. Anything else and any framework, you create your own framework. You know? Okay. Working with Coordinator. Why not Cake PHP, Laravel, Symfony, or whatever it is? Why?
Because I guess you work with Coordinator.
Yeah, that's correct. Because we have to pick one. That's it. Actually, all framework is good. You can use whatever you want, but the most important here is you choose whatever you're familiar with and to make your job done. That's it. No matter you use Laravel, Coordinator, Fuel, or whatever it is, it's still PHP. And it open source. You can access the source code. You can modify if you want. That doesn't matter. And this means Coordinator is not dead. Because last year, I think, a few years before, people say Coordinator is dead because the owner of Coordinator don't want to continue the development.
But I heard they forked it to Fuel PHP, some of their...
Yeah, some of that forked into Fuel and Kohana. Actually, original from Coordinator, they forked to Kohana, and then some forked to Fuel. But it's not that. It's still there. You can still can access the site and the new owner, of course, by a university. Okay, and the rest of the reason, just the reason, easy to understand. Once you can compare with other framework as well. Unless, except for Zen framework, maybe a bit complicated for you. But I would say Coordinator is suitable for beginner to understand MVC. After you go through Coordinator, you can move on to another framework. Okay, the relation between MVC with Coordinator. So when you download Coordinator, you will have application folder, and then you have a few folders, system folder, user guide. And then the most important here is controller, model, and view. So this is how Coordinator works. Here we go to config. Okay, first you need to do is to update your config file. Config file is under application config database.php. Okay, since we are working with database, so we need to update this under application config and database. What is the difference between our normal PHP code and Coordinator? Only this. And also the password. You put the password, and then you need to put together. Okay? From here, so in normal PHP, usually we do like this, and then we open our Coordinator config folder, and then there is database here. Just match username with username here, database with database here, and then this one additional function, which is this one for debug. During development, we have to set it through so we can see any error message. But in production, we need to turn it off. Okay, second, since we are using database, we need to load database in our library. This one under config, application config, how to load. That's it only. So for config, we have to change this one and how to load. This is how you can start something. We just add database.
It looks the data.
Because we are using database, so we need to do. If you are not using any database, just leave it there. So no need to read it. Want to do some hands-on? Yeah.
Machine you want to do this, right?
Yeah. I will give this slide at the end of the presentation. And inside slide also I give you this repo, so you can learn by code. For example, spaghetti, you can see this is the normal way that you could do it in PHP. So we have this code, and then we have some business logic here. So in this slide, I will explain you how to convert this spaghetti into a business, so you can follow exactly what I did. So at least you can start something. Okay, model. Okay, this model. Back to our previous slide. Model is our business logic, where our database query. So in model, for example, we create new user. Okay, this one a bit different with normal PHP file. In normal PHP, we put all in together. For example, in index, we put all inside this file. Or the experienced user, they already separate that into include file, into separate file, right? So in this case, usually for model, it depends on our database table name. So let's say we have table user, we use users. Or you can put prefix, like what we implement here. Actually for model, we put prefix and underscore user. Why? This one for us to easy differentiate. Let's say you open these two files inside your code editor. Okay, this is our view. View is still inside application views. If you notice, all MVC framework is inside application. So we have controller, models, and views. So these views is our presentation layer. So this one is our current code. We have business logic over here, and then we have HTML somewhere here, and then this is our coordinator code. We only have some logic to get users, and we just use HTML to make the table. Okay, this is the view should be. So we have HTML here. All is HTML except for this one for looping to get our users data, and then this one also HTML, and then this one we want to print out our user ID, username, age, email, and so on. So this is our presentation layer. These are basic things that you should know. So let's say you want to simplify again, you want to separate this because this one is repetitive, right? You want to make it different file also can. You just copy over this one and then create different view for that. Okay, view, you can have multiple subfolder inside that. So let's say you want to have layout folder. You put all header and footer into layout folder. And then we proceed with controller, our video game controller, you know, so control something. So this is what happened in coordinator. Let's say you type some URL in your browser, and then there is some structure that we need to follow. And for the advanced level, actually you can use your own URL structure. Okay, this is our URL. Okay, in coordinator actually we have example.com. First is index.php. All requests will go to index.php. No matter you type users, you type products, you type anything, you will go to index.php. So the first section here is class. So if we compare to our controller, this class we use users. This users exactly same as this controller name. So means our controller name is part of the URL structure. Let's say you have users detail, and then you create new users detail controller, and then we can proceed with the rest. Okay, this one class, this one is class name. Where is it? Over here. But there is no capital, upper, capital or lower letter. So all you can use anything you want. In URL usually we use small capital, small letter. Okay. Okay, next is method. Okay, if you learn OOP, there is a object, there is method, there is properties. So this one is our class users is object, and then this one is our method. Some user they call it function, and we can call it function. By right, if you use OOP, this one we name it as method. Okay. Okay, this one is class user, and then second parameter method is this one. So when you slash users slash edit means you call this controller and this method. Okay, the third one is parameter. So this one, let's say your method requires some parameter. In this case, edit user, we required ID. So we can pass like this, slash the number. So over here, we capture the ID and then we can use anything we want. Okay. So first class, this one, method, this one, param. Okay, got it? How to add more parameter? Okay, so we have two parameter here. So first one, second one. How to add more? Just add slash lah. Okay, this is our controller works. So now you know how our controller and URL is related. Alright, question? No question? Then we about end our slide.